Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, this question of whether KITHURE Kindiki is a flower girl, whether he is a yes man, has been put to rest today during an interview that was aired in almost all the TV stations. Now, KITHURE Kindiki was confronted with a question to confirm whether he is a yes man or he is his own man. And KITHURE Kindiki had this to say.
When you ascended to this position, is because you are a yes man. You cannot mount any challenge whatsoever to the president. I'm putting this question to you tonight. Are you your own man? Are you a yes man?
I am my own man.
Now, we all remember there's a time couple of weeks ago whereby Rigathi Gachagua went public and said that he is the only servant in the RUTO's government that could stand up and tell William Ruto the truth. He could challenge William Ruto. He is the only person who could advise William Ruto. But the other public servants, the ministers, talking about even the prime cabinet secretaries, they could not tell William Ruto whenever William Ruto goes wrong. So KITHURE Kindiki has been confronted with this question to come out clear as to whether he is a flower girl or a yes man, or he is his own man, whether he can stand up to the pressure of William Ruto and whether he can advise William Ruto. And the response is whatever I have shared, ladies and gentlemen. So I want us to go extensively into this reaction from KITHURE Kindiki regarding that matter. Because Rigathi Gachagua has a different opinion of KITHURE Kindiki. So before we get further on this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I have discovered that very many of you good viewers watch our videos, but you forget to like our videos. Please like this video so that YouTube can share it. Also, if you are not subscribed, please take 1 second, go below there and subscribe. That is so important to enable this channel grow. Thanks so much for that support. Now, we all know that KITHURE Kindiki is fighting. He is fighting to convince Kenyans that he is the man. Of course, people have different perception of Kindiki, especially going by the fact that the person who was there, that is Rigathi Gachagua, he is still powerful and has a huge following in Mount Kenya. People have not wholly welcomed the fact that KITHURE Kindiki is now the deputy president. That's why you find that in Mount Kenya, there is still a huge problem. The people there have not embraced the fact that KITHURE Kindiki is a second in command. So that's why you find that KITHURE Kindiki had to fight for that chance for him to be recognized. Many still believe that Rigathi Gachagua was unfairly hounded out of office. That is a perception of many. Now, since that is the case, that's why you find that this interview was so important to KITHURE Kindiki to probably clear the air. So the big question is, are you convinced that KITHURE Kindiki is not a yes man? Or are you convinced that KITHURE Kindiki is not William Ruto's flower girl? You know, people have been using the word flower girl lately to mean, servants who cannot stand up to William Ruto and maybe tell him that no, they will always say a yes to literally everything. So do you belong in the school of thought of those people who still believe that KITHURE Kindiki is a yes man? Especially after listening to his response. I wanted to listen to the whole response that he gave the moment he was confronted with that question.
When you ascended to this position, is because you are a yes man. You cannot mount any challenge whatsoever to the president. I'm putting this question to you tonight. Are you your own man? Are you a yes man?
I am my own man. On the second issue, I would like to respond as follows. My understanding of the role of the deputy president is not to challenge the president. It is not in the constitution. It is not in any law. It is not in any practice. That is not the job description of the deputy president. As to whether the deputy president can advise the president, the answer is yes. The oath of office I took has a clause that asks me to faithfully advise the president when my advice is sought.
So then where does your allegiance lie? To the people or your appointing authority?
My allegiance lies on the oath of office I took. You look at the oath of office, it will tell you where my allegiance is.
And are you proud of the
people of Kenya, to the nation and the national interest? And when my counsel is sought by the president, I must give it faithfully. And faithfully doesn't mean that I do it on the podium.
But
it means I have to be faithful, and faithfully means it could be different from what the president thinks.
Majaliwa says, Bwana Sopranos, we all know you are a flower girl who's ready to submit to Kasongo's worst fantasies. Okay. Then H10 says, his focus on youth mentorship programs has inspired young leaders across the country. KITHURE Kindiki. Okay, he supports KITHURE Kindiki. Then there's someone by the name Ann. Ann thinks, through his leadership in public administration, Professor KITHURE Kindiki is ensuring that government resources are allocated efficiently to improve the livelihoods of all Kenyans. Yes. Then Nyali Icon says, thanks for the leadership of Deputy President KITHURE Kindiki. 84683 arrests have been made, KITHURE Kindiki. Okay, this is some kind of mockery tweet. Engineer Justice William believes that I thought Kindiki was useless. I've learned today that Kindiki is indeed the most useless DP we ever had. Wow. Okay. Mama Africa thinks Professor Kindiki abolished unnecessary vetting process for minority communities, granting groups like the Pamba community easier access to citizenship. KITHURE Kindiki. So he supports KITHURE Kindiki because he abolished some vetting process that was being a hindrance to the Pemba community's ability to access, I think, IDs. Now, let me just sample some few here. You know, I'm just reading generally. So there are those people who support, there are those people who oppose KITHURE Kindiki's statement. So I'm just doing a random. Let me read about Daniel Nyagwara. He says, tell Kindiki that he has no people's mandate to lead them. His character is puppetry, and his knowledge is watered by political relevance and expediency. I will walk out in his class of law. I can't fathom such anger for power and name. Okay. Top Solar says, so all I hear is I am a D. Okay. I can't read that. It's a bit, the language is not friendly. So I choose to skip. Let me read the last one. This is from Leonard. He says, he has actively engaged in abductions of the youth and those opposing Kasongo corrupt government. That's a fact. That will not change by all means. Malizeni Mwende. I choose to stop there. So these reactions, you've had them, they are mixed. There are people support, there are people who don't support. There are people still think KITHURE Kindiki is the worst leader that the country has had. But there are people who say that he has done well, especially for the minority groups of the Pemba community. So that's what we've gathered from those comments. But dear viewer, of course you have your own take on KITHURE Kindiki. Just go below in the comment section and you can offer what do you think about KITHURE Kindiki's statement. Is he a flower girl? Is he a yes man? Or is he his own man? Can he advise William Ruto? Can he say a no when Ruto is insisting on a yes? Is that possible? Because we heard what Gachagua said 2 to 3 weeks ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you watch this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.